Aloha! My name's Katie Matthews and welcome to The Lonely Traveller. We're in Hawaii, we have 5 days and 5 ports. We don't have much time, so let's go. Well, after 5 sea days from Seattle, Washington, we finally made it to the Hawaiian Islands and far away from the brisk weather of Alaska. Traveling by cruise ship, we only have 5 days to visit these magnificent islands, and our first stop is Hilo on the big island of Hawaii. We only have a few hours in Hilo, so we rented this beautiful Nissan. Let's go drive around, see what we can find. Well, after a few blocks and driving on the wrong side of the road, I was put into the back seat, but I really didn't mind as I got to admire the beautiful scenery. After about 20 minutes, we reached our first destination. So, on our road trip adventure, we come to the Rainbow Falls Lookout. It's so beautiful. I wanted to get a better look at these falls, so I headed up the path towards the upper viewing platform. Waianui is translated as rainbow water and refers to the waterfall in Hilo that is now known as Rainbow Falls. And on sunny days, a rainbow can actually be seen in the falls. Before we carried on with our adventure, I had to stop and visit with this little cute guy. Unlike the big dogs around Alaska, this guy wasn't intimidating at all. I'm off. On that note. Back on the road, we headed off to find a beach and some much needed sun.
Lekker Hawaii! Say hi, Katie.
Lekker Hawaii. I was having such a great time that I needed to go dancing with the GoPro. It is amazing how warm weather, great friends and a few cocktails can put you in such a good mood. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, all standing in a row. Can we go swimming? Yep. So on our road trip we came across this beautiful beach and we're going to try and get our knickers wet. Let's go! Well, getting my knickers wet wasn't as easy as I thought, as getting into the water turned out to be a little bit of a challenge. And yes, I realise there is a path to the left of me. At least I was entertaining to this little guy. And with that, day 1 was complete. Day 2, and we arrived on the other side of the big island in a small port called Kona. Unfortunately, we only had a few hours to explore, so we didn't go too far from the port. Right in the port of Kona, we found this beautiful bay. We're gonna go check it out, do some snorkeling. We might find some sea turtles. We never know. Let's go. It was such a treat. The water was so warm and the fish were amazing. Definitely a must-do when visiting Hawaii. After our quick little snorkel, it was time to do a little sightseeing, shopping, and a quick drink by the beach. Okay, so we've arrived in Kona. We found this beautiful spot right by the sea. It's called On the Rocks. They serve cocktails, they're beautiful. I got myself a coconut one with a cup that I can take as a souvenir. And with that, it was time to head back to our ship and rest up for our next stop. Day 3, and we arrived on the beautiful island of Kauai. With a little more time here, we were ready to do something a little more adventurous by jumping on an EcoStar helicopter and took a first-class flight over Kauai. Soaring over Hanapepe Valley and onto Jurassic Park Falls. Then glided up to the eye-popping Grand Canyon of the Pacific. Waimea Canyon and the sculptured masterpiece of the Naiapali coast. I have no idea if I'm saying any of these names right. Kauai is made famous in such films as Jurassic Park, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Tropical Thunder, just to name a few. Kauai is also a playground for the rich and famous, as many stars have vacation properties on the island. This is truly an awesome way to see and learn about this amazing island. Back in the city centre and half the day to go, we were ready to find another adventure. What better way than to hop into a van and take a tour of the island until we found the perfect beach. It took us a minute to decide. Do we rent a kayak or maybe a cool jet ski? But we decided to take an ocean cruise to a calm little bay and go swimming with the stingrays. Or, better yet, how about some sharks? These animals were so much fun and definitely gave us a thrill of a lifetime. At the end of this wonderful day, it was great to watch some local entertainment, have some drinks and enjoy the company of great friends. Day 4 and 2 days left on our Hawaiian adventure. Today we're on the beautiful island of Maui. And we decided to cruise in style. We've rented this sexy car and we're going to ride around in it all day long. We're going to see what we can find, so let's go. It was time to take down the top, turn up the tunes and see what Maui had to offer. When we finally got our bearings and a plan, we headed out to Iowa Valley State Park. The Iowa Valley is located in the central Maui area and encompasses 4,000 acres in total. This gem is home to one of Maui's most distinctive natural and historical landmarks, the 1,200-foot-high Iowa Needle. The Iowa Needle is a green-mantled volcanic rock outcropping which towers above waterfalls and the Iowa Stream. A truly magnificent sight and a great place to visit. With a limited amount of time, we were off to find another location to explore. This is why it's such a good idea to rent a car in Hawaii, because you get to drive to these beautiful private beaches where no one even knows about. It's just stunning, look around. It was wonderful to have such a beautiful spot all to ourselves, but soon we were on our way as we still had so much to see. We headed out to Twin Falls, located on the long road to Hana. over an hour of travel, we finally reached our destination. At first, the place looked closed up and maybe not the safest, but we were assured that it was all good and we would be amazed by what we would discover. Hiking for 40 minutes through this lush jungle and a couple of very dangerous river crossings, we finally made it to the falls. Now it was time to strip down to our knickers again if we wanted a close-up look at this majestic waterfall. Water shoes are highly recommended, and a sarcastic cameraman is not.
Watch out for snakes. Watch out for snakes.
Ah, look at that. A picture-perfect waterfall oasis that spills over a prehistoric looking cave, dripping in vines and greenery, complete with a caveman, or should I say cave woman swimming hole, and a great place to get that perfect Facebook picture. As we left the park, we realised that we had found the end of the rainbow, and it's paradise. After a fantastic day in Maui, it was time to head to Honolulu on our last island of Oahu. We wanted to do something amazing for our last day, so we decided on skydiving. But then, we was meant to go skydiving today, but this weather told us no. So we're in Pearl Harbor? Pearl Harbor, let's go check it out.
Welcome to Pearl Harbor.
There is so much to see and explore in this historic landmark. If you want to get the most out of Pearl Harbor, it's best to do some pre-planning, for which we hadn't. After doing some walking around and reading about some of the events that took place here, we decided to sit down on one of these cool but uncomfortable benches and pick one of the many tours that they had to offer. We eventually narrowed it down to the Arizona Memorial, the USS Bowfin Submarine Tour, or the Battleship Missouri Memorial Tour. Settling on the battleship, we headed across to Ford Island and entered the secured port and the final resting place for the Missouri. Nicknamed the Mighty Mo, the USS Missouri is perhaps the most famous and largest battleship to retire. She is most known as the site of the Japanese surrender ending World War II. She has also starred in movies like Battleship and Steven Seagal's Under Siege. You can take a guided tour, an audio tour, or like we did, go explore this massive ship on your own. I thought they'd have it worse here. Not too bad. Better than how we live. There is so much to see and do here. We cruised the open deck, met some sexy sailors, and then we got to play with their guns. It's not working. My gun has broken. I think I'm gonna break it. Imagine if it was alive. Luckily, it wasn't. There was some pretty cool stuff to touch and play with. Hello, Captain. We have a problem in my stateroom cabin. I'm the legal officer, and I'm not very happy with my conditions of living. Okay, goodbye. Some stuff you shouldn't touch, and other stuff that I was a little worried I would actually launch a missile or something. After touching too many things, I was sent to swab the deck. Mopping the decks. After a good cleaning, we went below deck where we visited the crew mess and the very tiny crew quarters. It was insane how tight the living space for the crew was, and for once I was not going to complain about my crew cabin on our cruise ship. There's not much headroom, actually. Not bad, not too shabby. Now I need to get down. Oh Lord. We even came across this ancient water dispensing device that I found a little tricky to master. This is truly a massive ship and it was very easy to get lost, but we did eventually find our way out. Back on shore we came across this great statue that is a favourite photo opportunity for couples. But if you're a lonely traveller, you can always have an awkward photo like this. We only had a few more hours left in our day, and one place we had to check out was the very famous Waikiki Beach and area. We were amazed by this gorgeous place, with great shops, delicious restaurants, and some of the most amazing art studios. Not to mention one of the most famous but busiest beaches in the world. But it was time to grab a drink, listen to some entertainment, and reflect on these 5 wonderful days in Hawaii. So we've had an awesome 5 days in Hawaii. 5 days, 5 ports. We're going to end our final evening off in Waikiki Beach with a blue Hawaiian. Until next time, cheers everyone! And I think we're going to try out the swimming session. I got all of that wrong. Let's start again. Take that, rewind it back. Yeah, I'm trying to be a star here. Me again. It's where they sell amazing costumes. I didn't do it right. Okay. And I got myself a coconut one called On the Rocks. It's delicious. You can even take the cup away with you. Aloha! Today we're in, hang on, start that again. Aloha! Today we're in Honolulu in Hawaii. Aloha! Welcome to Maui in Hawaii. I'm doing too much of this. This. I look awesome with this sexy car. Oh, my sting board. How sexual it is. It made my bikini strap come off.